How's it going, everybody who watches this after the fact? Just putting on some background music for myself so I can get my train of thought going. How's it going, Haley Lou? Quinn, how are you? Skated, how are you? I'm just putting some tunes on for myself. Just give me 1 second, guys. Gotta get some music so I can get my train of thought going properly, you know what I mean? I got a lot of stuff to say tonight, so... Pearl Dex, Finger Grunt, how are you, my boy? I hope you're figuring out the Discord okay. I will connect with you more on the Discord after my live rambling. I don't know what else to call it. Got some music. Got some Snoop Dogg freestyles. How's everybody's day or night going? I appreciate you guys for coming and dropping into this. General topics for this live is a bit of mental health and wellness check, some talking of my own struggles and stuff, past and current, and then some talk about Phaze1, the future of it, the past of it, and some general insight about the scene and stuff. So if anybody, I would like to say though, on the mental health and wellness front, if anybody wants to join this stream, if anybody wants to come hop on and be a part of the stream, feel free to just send me a request. I'm going to say this a couple times to the stream just so anybody who pops in later can have their opportunity and hear that as well. But if anybody wants to join the stream and just, vent about how they've been doing in general, feel free to hit the request button, man. I'm here. Tiago, Human Tape FB. I think I just did get a request. We're gonna check that one out. What's the history of Phaze1? We'll tell you some history in 1 second here. I'm sending a request to let somebody join the live for a minute. Yeah, I'm just gonna, for a few minutes, I'm just gonna ramble, just a mental health and wellness check. I want to make sure everybody out there is doing okay. Personally, like, I actually do have, like, a lot of ongoing life struggles. You know, it can always be worse and stuff, but I like to be a realist. I like to be transparent, and I haven't, like, been doing the job of that I want to do. That's a big personal issue with myself, is, like, doing what I want to do and what makes me happy, you know what I mean? There's a lot of opinions from people out there in the world, and it's good to take insight from people and take the positive stuff in and use that stuff to go forward. But, like, there's a lot of, not always naysayers, but just a lot of excess opinions, and sometimes you have to focus on your own idea if you think you have a good idea and make it happen. Yeah, no worries, Human Tape. I'll let you join in a minute. Try again after or whatever. But, yeah, like, honestly, for me, I have a very big problem where I battle with myself over the idea of, like, you know, following what everybody tells me is the right thing to do, and just kind of breaking away from that and doing what I think is right to do. And like I said, like, take in the good from everybody, right? But sometimes you have to, like, create your own way. And I'm not trying to be, like, super deep and, like, an artist or something, like, create your own path as an artist. But, like, just, like, if you have an idea, whether it's unique or whether it's just your idea that's kind of like other people's ideas, but, like, you see it as the right path for you to go do it. I'm gonna get real blunt with you guys. So this goes back to history of Phaze1 and history of my personal stuff. Like, I've actually been doing fingerboard stuff for about 5+ years now. And Colin, how are you? Thank you for joining. I'm just talking about the history of some stuff, some mental health and wellness stuff, some personal struggles in life. Actually, not today. This is going to be a little different. But thank you for asking, though. But yeah, so I'm about to turn 29 years old. When I was 22, I actually quit doing drugs. I used to be a drug addict pretty hard when I was younger. Um, that's a hard to admit fact when I'm working with my business because I have a high moral, I'm a high moral person, and having reformed myself from the lifestyle I used to live many years ago, like I've really seen the light and stuff. And actually, only about a year after coming out of all that did I find fingerboarding. And I was just a person who had so many problems, like keeping jobs and I don't know, keeping good friends, all this different stuff back in the day. Moving plants. Thank you for joining. Health and wellness stream, rambling some personal stuff, some history of myself and Phase1. If anybody wants to join this stream, they're welcome to send me a request. If you want to ramble anything about your personal life and how it's going and how you're surviving through COVID or other personal struggles in your life, feel free to jump on and just rant about that because it's good to be real and show people that like people have struggles, but people are persistent and will get through. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, I used to have problems with drugs many years ago. I found fingerboarding shortly after. It's been the most consistent thing in my life for 5 years plus now. And for me, like, everybody thought it was a joke for me to break my way out and do this. And like, I had a good career. I was a landscaper. I made good money. I had other good side hobbies that made better money than this, and things that I didn't mind doing. But like, I overall wasn't really happy, and I didn't see the future going well for me in it. And so like, I really had to break my way. But it was hard for me to break away from what everybody told me was the right thing to do in life. And I'm not a person who does not have regular daily struggles and stuff, or thoughts on whether I'm doing the right thing or not. Things hinder in your mind and stuff, but like, I'm really happy with where I am and what I created, and the fact that I spent 5+ years consistently passionate about doing something. So for me, that's really, really big. And I'm gonna go out there and just say, like, I have been struggling through COVID. Like, COVID has been a very hard time on Phase1 on me personally. There have been problems with, not being able to see people because of people being, more susceptible to COVID. There's been financial loss greatly. COVID really hit hard at the beginning, and at the beginning, when it hit hard enough that I wasn't able to cover my bills, and I lost my car and stuff. My car blew up at the time. The engine blew up, and I couldn't afford my insurance and all these things. So about a year and a half ago, about 6 months into COVID, it actually secretly was hitting me way harder than a lot of people realize for a person with a happy front on still. But that's life, man, and you just work your way on through that stuff. I've been grinding ever since and just doing what I do to keep going. And honestly, what keeps me going is just like waking up and knowing that I have something here that I've been consistently passionate about for 5+ years. Waking up to this has been like my saving grace. And I've been like avoiding the Instagram once in a while here and there, and taking a little time to myself to like, I don't know, just self-assess, make sure I'm doing okay, make sure everything's all right. Financially, like I said, it has been an on and off struggle through COVID, definitely, as people realize at times that they don't have extra money to splurge on personal goods, which is something I understand. Being a person with not a ton of money myself, I don't get to go out and buy a ton of awesome fingerboard products from the other brands that I'd like to enjoy just for my own personal usage as well. Um, yeah, like COVID's hit pretty hard, man. But I mean, again, like, it's good to wake up and know you have something to look forward to, and it's good to know you have a community to hang out with and chat with, and can just, I don't know, keeps me going to have this here to wake up to every day. So, but actually, the history of Phase1 really is just that many years ago. after getting out of what's up, Higher Life FE. Thanks for joining. Again, I'm just gonna say every once in a while when I see people joining, I'm just gonna mention this while I'm having this live. If anybody wants to join and just ramble about anything about how life's going for them, just I don't know, positive, negative, whatever it is. Just if you got some negative struggles going on in life, feel free to vent that. But let's find a way to put a positive spin on it for you, because I don't know. There's a lot of people struggling out there, and people don't realize it. How's it going? Good, man. Like honestly, I'm feeling really good tonight. I'm feeling really good tonight, and you know that because I'm on this live stream, and like I'm talking about some kind of like harsh stuff tonight, my personal struggles. I'm gonna move on to some other things afterwards and stuff. Like I'm kind of shifting from my personal struggles a little bit right now into like history of Phase 1 stuff, because I want to talk about that too. And Phase 1 is the thing that's been helping me beyond all my personal struggles. So like, but if anybody wants to join this live and vent about anything going on in their life right now, or just like some positive vibes for people out there, you got something good to say, feel free to just send a request and join this live for a few minutes. But yeah, the history of Phase 1 is actually many years ago, I had somebody convince me to use Instagram, and I didn't use it for a long time. I just made a profile. And then realist in the game over here. Glad you're feeling good here to listen to your stories. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. I like to honestly, like, I don't think it's a douchey thing to say or anything like that. To say that like I feel like I'm a pretty real, genuine person. Like I'm not trying to inflate my own ego or anything. Like I'm modest as hell about it 99% of the time, but at times I have to credit myself that I think I'm a pretty good, genuine person. And that's why I have the community that I have, and that's why I have like the fans that I have that are real awesome people. Like I consider my fan base way more valuable than some of the bigger companies. Not to compare myself to anybody in particular, but like I definitely know that my fan base is more valuable than a couple of companies out there bigger than me, because of the genuine crowd that I have versus the random crowd that people, I don't know, build themselves through whatever social media platforms. And either one's okay. We're all just different types of businesses, whether you want to be more formal with your people or whether you want to be a little bit more of a business. But I've always wanted to just be more real and more formal and down to earth. And so I know my people are fans because they like that stuff. Look at my team. My team are all super down to earth. I have no problem saying like, the best example is the fact of like how EJ joined our team, and EJ is a huge character in the scene, and like she's bigger than me. Like at times you say, what does she have to gain from being with our team when she's already so much bigger than us? But there's something to gain in being in a valuable team that has real people with it, and you're gaining something beyond also just numbers and statistics. You're gaining honestly a little family of people, realistically, right? Like that's the way we see it and stuff. But honestly, yeah, years ago a friend introduced me to Instagram. I didn't use it for 2 years, and then I started using it for collectible toys, because in my spare time, I used to, and I still do, but way less, like buy and sell and collect some various collectible toys of all different sorts and stuff. What's up, Callan? I used to collect weird toys and stuff, and so I made an Instagram, and I didn't use it for 2 years, and then one day I started using it for my collectible toys that I used to buy and sell and stuff, to try and find a little bit more community for that. And after a few months of that, just finding like people who were into like action figures, trading cards, all weird different things, like old video games. Like I was just finding a weird little community for myself. I had a couple hundred followers, followed a couple hundred people, and I actually like was just playing with my tech decks one day that I pulled out of some bins, my childhood stuff, plus a ramp or two that I'd acquired over the years. Skated. My Kid Robot collection was my start here. That's sick, man. Yeah, I was just playing with the tech decks one day because I pulled them out of a bin of a bunch of toys, and like I was like, like I don't know, I never thought about this before, but maybe like I'll film a video with it or something. Like I'm sure lots of people film stuff with tech decks or something and put it on YouTube somewhere or something. And I put a clip of that on my Instagram, and I wish I could credit the person to the day. I do not know who it is because my old business page is deleted. I was a different company before. I had a different company name. But what happened was somebody commented and said, "Hey, um, this is great. You should check out this video on YouTube. Like I'll post the YouTube video and the links." Like they were just like, "Oh, this is one of the first few videos I saw when I got into fingerboarding, and I'll share it with you." And I'm blanking on. I feel bad, like I'm blanking on it all right now because it was so long ago. But like the video is a very popular video, and I do actually follow the company the people who like made this video. I'm just blanking on who it is right now. There are some Europeans, and it was a video of a concrete park in like a forest that they went in and they remodeled. They were having a beer or two, and they broke apart this concrete park. They like remodeled it a bunch, and they like painted there was like a hump that they painted like an octopus, a bowl that they painted like a watermelon and stuff. It's a really big video on YouTube. Franz, what up? How's it going? Thank you for coming to pop in for a minute. We're just talking about where Phaze1 started. But yeah, so somebody commented that I should look up that video when I was just trading and collectible toys and stuff. And they were like, yeah, maybe you'll like this. There's a big world of fingerboarding. Like, a lot of people don't know it. And I was like, oh, that's really interesting. Like, I didn't know that. I'll check it out. So I went to YouTube, and as soon as I found this one video, I started going through YouTube videos. And as soon as I posted that tech deck link and tagged the tech deck thing, I got my first few fingerboard followers. And they all started to slowly enlighten me piece by piece. And after a while, I think it took about 2 months, I ordered my first mold to make a deck. It was just a cheap Gator mold. And yeah, I made a couple decks for local friends and stuff who, used to love tech decks when they were kids or whatever. One of my friends bought multiple of them. I think I might have sold like 2 online, and then I decided like maybe I'll try to make a little fingerboard brand. And I actually rebranded my Instagram page into a fingerboard page, and I used to be called the Finger Lounge, and I did that for about a year and a half. And I met Casey shortly before I ended that, and I helped him a little bit get his feet grounded with what to do to make fingerboards for making FBC a thing. And then I actually decided I wasn't really happy with the ideal of I wasn't happy with the vision I was first creating for my fingerboard brand, and I needed to change it. And I wanted more tools and things like that and stuff. I literally went and I was looking for a new job at the time. I got a new job, and I quit the whole fingerboard scene, left it for 8 months, went and worked in a wood shop, and got enough money to buy a new vehicle, to buy some new tools, etc. And then I basically quit the job and dove right into the fingerboard stuff. But it came at the time that also my mom asked me if I wanted to move back into her house because she has a big house and there was nobody living in it anymore. My sister had moved out. My mom lives alone, so she offered me to move back here. So I've been living with my mom for the last 2 years while I kind of got I left everything. Yeah, and then I moved with my mom, and I started living here to save a little bit of money as well because I knew it was going to be a real slow start. And so the last, I want to say 3 years, I've been back home with my mom for a bit, and I've been building the company here so that I didn't really have as many bills to pay, etc. Because fingerboarding is a niche business, and you don't pop up overnight and become famous overnight in fingerboarding. You have to work hard if you want to be a deck creator and create a good product and get your name out there. It takes a long time, I believe, to do it genuinely. So I knew it was going to take, well, not a long time, but everybody's time frame will be different. But I knew it was going to take some time. So yeah, I came home to cut the bills, all that. I have my own space here and stuff, and a bit of a workshop space and all that. So it's been really good like that. And that's been phase one. I launched phase one 2 years ago from New Year's. So yeah, it's been hectic because essentially, if you look at the track record, basically, not even a year in, we started getting affected by COVID, and so things grew very rapidly and then decreased very rapidly. Not in followers, but in general sales and etc. because of COVID and because of the mail being cut off, because of people being skeptical to buy things and that they wouldn't be able to get them and not get COVID from some guy on the other side of the world. So COVID really was a big bummer, and we didn't start phase one until, shortly before it. So it's been a long, hard road right now, but I'm really proud of how far we made it. I'm super happy with the team right now. We have 5 writers, 2 editors, and I couldn't be like happier with any of them. They're honestly all great people. Those guys honestly keep me going a lot. They're some of the only people who, some of them have my phone number and stuff like that, and you know, they're the fam. So they're more than just a team. We're more than just a fingerboard brand. We're a bunch of cool people who do a bunch of cool stuff outside of fingerboarding. But, I mean, we all just really love fingerboarding, and that's what brought us here. And those guys help me go on day by day. It's good to have, I feel so at times like, like I've given myself this personal role as like the team leader, as the parent of the team, because I'm the company owner. But it's good to have that, like, it's almost like somebody who's having a lot of struggles in life, and then like a girl who is having some struggles in life ends up like having a kid or something, and the kid ends up being like, their inspiration to live life better and do better for themselves. It's like I look at the team like that. For me, they're my kids, even if they're older or younger than me, whatever. They're like my kids right now, and I gotta work hard for them, because if I don't provide for them, then I'm not doing justice. You know what I mean? What did I bring them here for if I wasn't going to do justice for them? So like, they really keep me going a lot. But yeah, that's how we got here to phase one. And now I'm sitting back a little bit. I'm just trying to envision where I want to go from here. Tone tuning, how are you? I'm just rambling a bit about a bunch of different things, health and wellness. I just rambled about the history of phase one a bit, so you'll be able to watch that back later if you want. I just want to touch base on like where things are going in the next couple months. Numbskull, how are you? How's your day, night, afternoon, whatever it is going? If anybody wants to join this live and ramble about how you are doing in life, send some positive vibes for anybody who's struggling out there, anything like that, feel free to. Like I said, this is kind of a health and wellness thing in part, and I want anybody who wants to take part in chatting, I don't know, just come on, join it if you feel like rambling for a second, saying how you're doing good in life, saying how you got some struggles, but you got high hopes to get through, whatever it is. Just vent it out if you really need to. You have an audience at your disposal. It's a small one, but you have an audience. Yeah, the future of phase one right now, I really want to base, I want to step back a little bit and like, sorry, there's no script for this, guys. This is like just natural talking. So I'm sorry if I stop to think sometimes and I stutter a little with what I'm saying. It's because I am a very somewhat ADHD type personality, and my mind tends to drift. I'm very insomniac too, so sometimes I'm sure that affects my drifting of the mind. But it's not drifting mind, it's over thoughtful mind. I'm calculating like 10 ideas at once, and I'm trying to figure out which one's the right one. But that's my problem, is like really I have to go with my heart more and do more of what I feel is right, what I feel is good. like it makes me think back to like my first deck shape that I ever actually like designed a deck shape with the molds, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do what I like because I can't please everybody 20 blah, blah, blah. I can't please everybody 200% of the time. I got to focus on what I like, and like-minded people will come with that. Yeah, man, no worries, dude. Have fun at work. Thank you for dropping in. I appreciate anybody being here, hanging out. You're part of the fam. I appreciate you. Have a good day at work, day or night. Um, but yeah, like I just was like, I just got to go with what I like, and I'll find like-minded people along with that. I can't please every person in the world with one deck shape. So like I was just like, I'm just gonna do what I know is good and what I know I like, and that's how I'm gonna find like-minded community people. I'm gonna find shredders who like the same style decks as me. I can keep continuing to create something that I like, and yeah, it'll all just fall together. And so I think I gotta really grind towards not pleasing the masses because no offense, guys, I love you all, and I try to please you all in as many ways as I can. But when it comes to my own creations, I think I have to go back a little bit on focusing on what I like, because if I try to please the masses, there's too many of you and too many differing opinions. And so say if I asked every customer and every customer or every follower gave me a response in a hypothetical world, 2,600 and some odd responses, there's no way that all the differing opinion of what people like, I would be able to please them all without killing myself labor-wise. So I got to go back a little bit on my creation idealism, back to creating the things that I knew I liked at the beginning, because I think I've swayed a little bit too much towards like creating things to please the people in a weird sense. Like it sounds odd because you want to please your customers, but your customers are there because they like what you create to begin with. No? So, right? It's like a weird back and forth. But I want to go back to creating some of the things that I was really happy with creating at the beginning. And also not let the negative influence of the scene, like, just wanted to check the messages here. Good, man. Good. I love your company. I hope you go forward in the future with these sick fingerboards. Thank you, no. So, yeah, I want to focus on what I was first happy doing, because also I think like a lot of the time you let the negative stuff of the world influence you in whatever scene or community that's in. And I'm gonna be frank with you guys. Somebody stole a whole bunch of my product ideas a while back. A big brand. They also essentially robbed me for some product. Should I do a name drop? I don't know. You know what, guys? I'm gonna do what makes me happy. There's only 2 people watching this right now. I want to see how many people watch this later and actually watch this through. But if anybody sees this later and actually has any kind of a thing to connect about this with, feel free to comment on this video, tag whatever, message me, whatever. But I just want to say that Teak is not a good company. At this point, personal opinion aside, business opinion, they are not a good company. They did a horrible business deal with me back in the day, in which I got ripped off very severely for over $100 worth of product. And then they went forward on to steal a bunch of my product ideas. And I just want to say that it should not matter how big or small you are in the community. You should be able to be called out for doing things that are not right, and you should be credited for being a genuine person. And I'm not saying this just for myself, because being the high moral person I am, it hurts to see a lot of other companies out there have whatever shady thing done to them in whatever aspect that they had something done to them. It's hard to see other small brands be affected by like big sharks in the scene, if that's what you want to call them, right? Like small guys have an opinion too, and their opinions are just as valid. Their stories and experiences are just as valid. and Teak stole, I believe, 3 different products of mine. And I'm not gonna go into details on live of the whole effects of that story. Maybe someday I'll make a video on it. Maybe I'll give you the full deets if you have a personal story and you're trying to connect with me about your personal bad experience about the same brand. But it was a really, really bad experience. And then they stole multiple product ideas off me. I mean, it's impossible to say that they didn't. After trying to rope me into business with them, and then all my products essentially showing up in a China-made version on their website, and that hurt. And at the time, I'm not gonna lie, that was crushing my heart a little bit on the creator side of things. To watch a big brand just steal your product like that it's hard, man. And you can't say that they can't make it, but I think a little credit is due where it's owed, right? Like, you know, you come to a brand and ask them for their products, and then shortly after, I don't know, after getting them, you essentially just get them assessed and make your own. Like, that's fine at the end of the day. It's not like it's a patented product, a lot of these fingerboard things that creators create, but there should be a little heart in the scene. And realistically, it's sad because I know there's a lot of other sad stories about Teak and other brands that are big and do bad things in the community. And people don't voice it enough. But they don't need to voice it because of, like, childish emotions. They need to voice it because of, like, legitimate aspects, how they don't deserve to, like, they either need to retribute themselves when they make mistakes and better than they have been, or they need to not be such an icon in the scene. But because it does things to all kinds of people like myself, where, yeah, it dims your creative light when you have that happen to you. And I want to step back and go back to the things I love creating the most, which is, like, I've mentioned recently focusing on decks a lot because I felt like I was lacking on decks. And also, I want to make my keychains again because that was one of my stolen products. And I really love making the keychains. I think I'm one of the first people to, let me make that known, I'm not going to claim to be first, but I think I'm one of, if not possibly the first to do it the way I did it, produce mass scale handmade fingerboard keychains, like, from proper decks. I was creating decks and snapping them in half and making them into keychains, selling them disgustingly cheap, which I'm gonna create them again. I'm not gonna let people dim my creative light. I'm gonna make what I love making, so I'm gonna make the keychains again soon. But I'm gonna have to charge a little more for them and stuff because at the time it was at the beginning, and I've always wanted to base myself on affordability, so I charged really cheap for them, but I was underpricing very hard, and I was not making, like, really anything for my time. So I'm gonna have to put the price up on those a little bit, but they were one of my first products and I loved making them so much. And if you check with, like, any OG Phaze1 people, anybody who's been around since the beginning making some kind of orders, they have a Phaze1 keychain probably, and they, like, last hella long. I'll show you guys my keys right now. My keychain has been on since my keychain has been on my keys since before Phaze1, basically, because I made a batch before Phaze1 even dropped. But my keychain has been on my keys since before Phaze1 even, like, opened. And these things are durable as hell. I mean, people love them. I still get DMs all the time from people who bought them 2 years ago. I've gotten 2 recently of people being like, I love the, like, rustic look my keychain's getting finally from, like, scraping on my keys and stuff like that. Like, it's a good rustic look after a while. But like, I'm gonna go back and make some of the keychains again because I shouldn't let anybody else like stop me from making what I love to create and stuff. Um, like I said, like I had a big I was beating myself up over the idea that like some brand went and kind of stole my products and stuff, and not only once but twice and then 3 times, and like that's got to be a hard on a small artist's soul, right? Like just being real with y'all, that stuff hurts. So like I'm gonna go back though. I'm gonna make the keychains again because they're one of my favorite things, and I want to make more fun, bright ones and stuff. I the only keychains I worked on making really in the past like year have been ones for FBC Phase1 collab, which I'm really happy with as well. But yeah, I want more bright ones. Don't sell yourself short, man. You got creative genius. You're genuine and you care. Thank you, bro. I honestly appreciate it. Like that's my problem is I care too much and like I'm letting things get to me where I shouldn't, because you know what? If I let them crush me, then I'll never have my opportunity to continue to be a foundational piece of things and to be a genuine piece of things that lives on to a point where I get to prove myself and prove my ideal on the community, right? Like, love my Phaze1 keychain and I get tons of compliments on it. Thanks, bro. Yeah, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like the keychains were probably one of the best things I've ever done. Like my palettes and my keychains are like they've been there since the beginning and they've been a hit since the beginning. So like the palettes have never gone anywhere and they're never going to as long as things keep going like this. And the keychains, they need to come back. People love them. I just gotta charge a little more these days. So it's just lucky to the people who got them over the past 2 years for the affordable prices that they did. Because now if somebody wants them, they're gonna have to pay a little bit more. But it's gonna be worth the bucks because man, everything here is genuinely handcrafted. Like there's no bull, guys. Like you want to see the shop? I'll show you the shop. There's no bull here. I'll give you the whole view. Now, there is a wood shop area where I router my boards and stuff, not in my room, but this is half of my bedroom, half of my basement, which is the shop. And like everything goes down here. Boards get pressed there, they get sanded. You got all the tools and stuff and all the bins and all the shelves. We got all our shipping stuff here. We get in-process pieces and stuff sitting on this shelf and stuff. We've got concrete curing right now for the concrete sidewalk slabs. I got this cool little fun DIY piece I made the other day for just for the hell of it. These are like a bunch of like clay bricks, I think, that somebody sent me a long time ago, little red clay bricks. So I made this with cinder blocks, red clay bricks, and some crete. Made a little DIY slab. I don't know. I just wanted to make it. It looked fun. I've been busting the cinder block mold back out. So we're slowly starting to make cinder blocks again. And once I get them stacked up a little bit, I'll get them up on the site. I got a nice pole jam I'm going to put on the site tomorrow. I'm just going to call it the thick boy because that's what it is. It's a thick boy. So this is basically so that like if you had like a park that oh, you like that kicker, eh? If you had like a park though with like a level drop where you have a stair set and then maybe a grass gap or something beside it, like this is so you can like mount it right to the like screw it down right to the drop, and you can place it either way so that the pole jam would go slightly downward or slightly upward, whichever way you like it. If you want a thick boy, you gotta ollie onto and go downwards, or if you want that, just ride into it and shoot up off of it. It's a good little pole jam, and that thing is like hella solid steel. Like that's a big chunk of steel. Yeah, I'm gonna throw this lammy pad on the site tomorrow as well. I've been trying to start doing those a little bit again. Yo, thanks. Thank you, boys. Yeah, I've been trying to work on some of the more creative things. Get back to what I like doing. If you guys want to see this, look at this. This is the keychain veneer stash, okay? This is what I'm saying. Your boy has keychain visions, okay? We're gonna show you this. This thing is heavy. Sorry, guys. camera gets awkward for a second. This is the veneer like that we use for the keychains now because it's like cheaper. But look at this. How much veneer you guys think is in here? How many plies, how many keychains do you think you could make from a box like this? Just trying to show you how deep this goes. Like, I mean, look at that. That's like the veneer length of the, like, a little longer than the plies, right? Like, that's what goes in the molds. But so that's like the depth of the pile. And like, I mean, I don't even know how many plies are there. Buttload, right? That's not even half the height of like what's actually in the bucket. So there's just like, I don't even know, hundreds, thousands, whatever, hundreds or thousands or something like that of veneer plies here for keychains. And this has just been waiting in the wings because I've been a little down about my keychain things. But so that's why I need to get back on the keychains, guys. We got friggin' hundreds and hundreds of keychains worth of veneer there waiting at my disposal. Got to start doing the keychains again. But yeah, we got tons of stuff going on. I work real hard here. I like to keep it as genuine as I can. Honestly, I don't believe there's any good to be had in just being a fake rich guy. 1 billion keychains, Dr. Evil Voice. 1 billion keychains. Go to the pinky, yeah. Friggin', I love it. But yeah, man, I love the keychains. Like, I really want to get back to what I'm good at, so I'm gonna focus on like going back to the keychains a little bit. I'm gonna do some new like series graphic deck stocks while we're waiting for the new pro models to come. Because if you guys didn't hear, there's gonna be new pro models coming as soon as we can get them out, basically. We are making official announcements tomorrow. This is how it's going to work. We are just going to be releasing information on the pro models as the riders get their prototypes to try out themselves. Once they have their prototypes, if they decide they're pleased with it, we'll be posting the previews of the graphic, and they'll be posting clips and stuff with their boards to kind of pre-hype it for themselves, you know, show people that what they're going to have available. And every pro model that we sell, a portion of that actually goes into a little side savings that goes right back to the riders. So Kier has actually gotten 2 small PayPal cash outs, and Huggy is going to get his first one recently, or soon. But I think he's going to like try to donate it to some kind of like charity or something. But you buying those decks actually legitimately will support these riders eventually too, and like it actually matters, man. Like, you would not realize how happy these riders are to get a little chunk of PayPal come back at them randomly. Like, Ochi Tuseno, hi, how are you? Anime graphics? Possibly. Anime graphics for series graphic drops? Definitely. Anime graphics for team pro models? Possibly. That's up to them. They're creating their designs. The team has all either created their own design or had somebody else on the team create their design. One rider had a friend of theirs outside of the team create their graphic for them because their best friend is an artist. But the other ones all created their graphic or got one of the teammates to create their graphic for them. So it's like a real cool, like, little internal friendship thing how we created all the graphics. I let them create their own graphics. Q Control created their own first graphic. I asked Huggy if he wanted to create his own, and he was like, sure. He sent me his graphic. I decided I would let them create them. Not to like short out on doing the work of creating them. Creating 5 graphics is not that much work realistically. It's a day's work to create 5 good graphics. But like I just wanted to be influenced by them as much as possible. They are all going to have their graphics available only on one shape because I like the Andy Anderson vibe of like having a deck shape that is like I said, something that is yours, something that is your style, and you will find genuine community to come along with that. And that's how I mean, when you follow a skateboarder or a fingerboarder who is just a sponsored rider, you follow them because you like them. You like their personality. You like the way they ride. You like the stuff they ride. Whatever it is that you follow them for, like, that's what it is. You like them, their individuality. So, like, I want them to be individual, and they're all gonna have their own graphic on one shape that they specifically like to ride the most. And so it's going to be kind of a feel like them type of vibe, right? And buying soon, I appreciate it. Appreciate any on all sales. Like I said, just small guy out here grinding, doing my thing, trying to be genuine and keep alive out here. Anime characters of the riders designed by Kira. Oh, that'd be sick. I'll have to float ideas their way. We could do a random thing one day with something like that. It'd be cool if there was like a graphic that had like the whole team in like anime-ish characters or like chibi anime type characters and all on a board together. Like how the real skateboard will do specific shapes for their riders. For example, a Shutterware has the twin tail. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I like that specific shape idea. Um, and they all like the idea of it too. So like, I mean, like, why not have it on your favorite shape out of all the shapes in the company? You know what I mean? Like, got to dip a great listen. Yeah, bro, I appreciate you being here big time. I appreciate everybody who drops through. Like, it's good to connect with people. It's good to see that there's real, I don't like to say fans, but real community out there. So I appreciate you being here, bro. But yeah, oh, where was I going for a second? Um, yeah, the shapes, we're gonna keep them all unique for all the riders and stuff. We're gonna post about all their boards as they get them. So the first person to actually have one in hand is Derrick, and Derrick Monty has his pro model in hand. He is seemingly very pleased with it. So we're gonna post about it tomorrow. I believe we're gonna show off his graphic. Now, none of these pro models are going to be available until they're all satisfied and clarified with the riders. We're going to drop them all at once. But we're going to, pre-show you guys them so you guys can kind of latch on and follow if there's one that you specifically know you like, and maybe you want to, just for the fun of it and the hype, you want to be on that first drop of it, you know what I mean? And you can follow along and pay attention for when it actually drops. Yeah, I think you'll like them, dude. I think you, I feel like you would appreciate Derek's graphic. You'll like a lot of them, but I feel like you'll really appreciate Derek's. It's an interesting one, an interesting graphic and board shape. I'm really excited to like drop information about it tomorrow and stuff. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna post the graphic tomorrow, and then post it and link back to him and say if you guys want to see the deck shape, then you can go watch him personally shred it. So I'll just post the graphic, and then if you want to see the actual deck and the actual deck shape, you'll have to pop over to him and check out whatever he ends up posting over the next few days about it. I think he's working on a cool part or something. Um, but yeah, I'm really excited for that. The pro models have been the best seller for us and stuff. It really goes to show that people like to support, like I said, like the individual characters. They really like to support the personalities that they like the most. So that's been good. We're gonna do some graphic deck drops, like I said. If you guys want the anime, I'll make sure there's some anime in the graphic deck drops. I'm actually gonna do a small re-release of the Wanderer deck graphic, which is an anime deck graphic that was I want to say the second deck graphic I dropped, maybe the third. I'm just trying to think back right now, but it's an anime. It's from an anime called Kenshin. Kenshin. Oh, I'm blanking right now. What's it called? It's from an anime about a character named Kenshin. He's a traveling samurai guy. Can you DM me his ad or type in the chat or something so I can follow for Derrick? Yeah, yeah, for sure, bro. I'm gonna type it in the chat. Boom. Uh, Derek. Bam, there's Derek. Yeah, Derek's graphic I think is gonna be sick. I'm gonna re-release the Wanderer graphic that I did a long time ago. It's got the anime on it, but I think I'm gonna do something else new and anime-ish as well. Um, any suggestions, bro? Rem.fb, how are you? Any suggestions, Grant? I was thinking about doing some One Piece stuff. Maybe what's it called? Oh, I'm having a bad blank. Anime people are gonna hate me for this. It's the robots one called. Shoot, it's my brother-in-law's favorite. It's my brother-in-law's favorite anime, and I'm blanking on it right now. The one with the big mech robots. Why can I not remember the name of this right now? Oh man, I'm so bad. I was just saying, I was thinking about doing more anime graphics as well, and I was like, do you have any suggestions? I was thinking about doing some One Piece, and then I was like, oh, damn it, why am I blanking? Anime people are gonna hate me so bad. What's the one with the robots called? Because I don't actually watch it, but my brother-in-law is like a super fan of that anime, and I'm just having a blank right now. It's like the biggest anime, man. The one with the big mech robots. I don't want to like go run to my computer to Google it. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. For some reason, it's just like on the tip of my tongue, but it doesn't want to roll out right now. But yeah, I was thinking to do maybe an Attack on Titans, maybe some One Piece, something like that. I don't know. I don't know what other animes I should do. I do watch a little bit of other anime and stuff. You're on episode 703. Damn, bro. Don't flex on me. I'm only on like 560 or 570 something. Damn, bro, I gotta catch up. Yo, my brother-in-law, he's Chinese and he's like really into like One Piece and the other robot one, and I want to say one other one, but I can't remember what it is. But like he's dedicated to the One Piece. He's I think he's seen like mostly all of it, and my sister and him got me into it a couple of years back. I binge watched 250 episodes at the beginning for a few months, and then I stopped for a while. But like I've been like periodically watching more over the last year or so, and so like I said, I'm at like 560, 570. I'm trying to think. I'm like around the area where he's fighting the dude in like the Mermaid Island. He's fighting the guy, and there's the giant ship that they've had stored away forever, and the ship was like shooting towards the Mermaid Island and or whatever it is, Mermaid City, the underwater city, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm somewhere around there. um, yeah, One Piece is good. You're gonna make me go watch some One Piece later tonight. That stuff makes my day, bro. Honestly, I love anime because anime is like really empowering. If you watch like good anime, like One Piece, since day one, I loved it because the whole ideal of just like I tell everybody if they're like generally curious about like the show a little or something, like they're trying to get an anime and they're like, oh, how's that One Piece show? Like I'm like, dude, watch it because I'm like the ideal of like having the crew and they all just want to be the best at what they do. Like I really like that. You know what I mean? It's really inspiring. They all just work really hard to be the best at what they do, no matter what like struggles they come across. So I've always been like real into that. Like, bro, you can put me in front of like the sappiest real life movies and stuff, and I'm like, damn, that's sad. And then you put me in front of a real good One Piece episode and something like really inspiring is happening where like something really uplifting where like the teammate like saves another one and like says something really inspiring to them and I just get all choked up and I'm like yeah man, yeah, that's friendship. I love it. But yeah, man. I don't know. I just wanted to come on here and chat a bit tonight. I really feel like I've been bottling up my thoughts about the fingerboard world, about my company, and about the way everything is going. And it's not good to bottle things up. Like, just reach out to somebody, whoever is willing to actually listen and answer back a little and whatever. If you need that, do it. And I'm abusing my platform for that tonight because I needed that. But you know what? I appreciate everybody so much. Like, honestly, you guys keep me thriving. Like, I'm gonna be real hyped after I get off live because when it shows a crew member's history, oh my God, yeah, don't even get me going. It's killing me right now how I'm at that underwater part and there's like all the fishmen and they realized that little part out recently where I'm forgetting his name, the warlord guy who is like friends with Luffy now, like the bigger, chunkier, like fisherman warlord guy, and he like realizes that he kind of like uh was the partial cause of Nami being like abused and stuff by like pirates back in the beginning of the show and stuff. I don't know, like yeah, backstories get you. Thrifty, you're back. Oh wait, were you here? No, wait, I'm tripping. I was watching a bunch of your stuff earlier, Thrifty, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know why. I saw your name everywhere today in the Discord, on Instagram. You're a cool guy, Thrifty. W Music. How's it going? You're not too late. I'm still chatting for a few. Um, yeah, no, I really wanted to live tonight because I feel like I've been repressing myself, and as an artist, that's the best way I can categorize it. Um, yeah, I've been working on a lot of stuff, but not being so transparent as I'd like to be and stuff, and also worrying a lot about, I don't know, judgment in the community and things like that. When honestly, 99.9% of what I do, I know is genuine and from the heart, and the other tiny little sliver is just human error and, doing stupid things sometimes and then being like, oops, and then making up for it. But 99.9% of what I do is genuine and I'm happy about it. And I just need to enjoy what I do more. So like, you ever like they say, work on your charisma, talk to yourself in the mirror type thing. This is my mirror for me. Like I don't need a mirror. For me I need to be more transparent with people, and that's my big problem. And you can't be more transparent with people by talking to a mirror because you're only talking to yourself. It might help you talk a little, but I know how to talk. I know how to talk to myself. I know how to talk to a close friend. I need to work on being more transparent and not worrying that the community and the world is going to judge me when realistically most of what I'm doing, if not all of what I'm doing, is awesome. It might not be the most awesome in the world, but I know it's awesome. So I don't work harder on that stuff. It's good to be transparent and everything, right? We've got so much coming with the team. Realistically, I've done so many different project stuff in the last year or two between making products, making new products, connecting with new people, starting new social media platforms. Uh, Mr. Zshul.fb, how are you? Thank you for joining us. But yeah, I've done so much with like connecting new social media platforms, creating products, like editing things, trying to satisfy the team as best as I can. Uh, it's all been a whirlwind, like putting together free music project stuff. It's all a real crazy project. It's all over the place, but it's good to just keep your time fulfilled, keep working, right? Like, even if you're feeling a bit of struggle, it's good to keep your time fulfilled, keep your goals set as best as you can. If they change a little bit as the path goes, there's nothing wrong with that. Judgment reflects upon the beholder, so any judgment I see I know is truly about me isn't truly about me, so I don't take it to heart. Yeah, man. Honestly, you're so right. Did Blake ever get back to you on the music? He did. You know what? I am going to actually go harass a bunch of music people because you know what? Um, Ravert, our editor, and Blake, your buddy, are the only ones who came through and proactively got me the stuff. Uh, I actually had a ton of other people be like, I want to be a part of it. But how many of them proactively got me all you had to do is send me a link I could download your music. So I'm gonna go bug a few people. There's one person, one or two people I know it probably just kind of slipped their brain a little bit. But I had like 10 different people contact me actually after the fact and want to be a part of that. And that's why I started posting some stuff about like DMing me, whatever. And like I even told some people like they may have to be part of the next stage of it. But a bunch of people procrastinated on sending me links for that, and I was kind of feeling bummed about that lately. So I was literally decided like earlier, I'm gonna go harass these people because I've been jamming his music. We can give him an at here. I mean you could add him, but I'm gonna add him anyways if I can do that. Check out Heaven. Starfish Heaven. I was gonna say Haven. Sorry. Starfish Heaven. Check that out if you guys like good music. He's gonna be part of the second release of Phase 1 free music project, which is just our way to try and put a little bit of free music out there for the community to use for whatever type of project they have. No copyrights, whatever. And the first one was just me messing around and making some fun beats and stuff. But that was to kind of lay the foundation for the idea of what I wanted to do. And that was to bring together some artists and stuff, uh, help them advertise their small music growth that they have going by sharing their stuff all in one place together with a bunch of other artists. And then you have multiple artists and a brand and all this stuff, all sharing stuff collectively. It helps the small artists grow. And it puts free content out there for people to have music and stuff to use for their skate edits, fingerboard edits, whatever, really. I don't care if you have an edit of you like flopping like fish in your backyard because you like Magic Carp, okay? But if you want to use the music, it's there. But yeah, your buddy, he did come through with that, so um, solid on him. I have his music on my computer. I've listened to it multiple times on my own already, so I'm just waiting for the other people to come through. Uh, you'll review what you have, and if you like it, link me. Don't be too big of a personal critic on yourself, okay? Yeah, bro. Like honestly, like whoever's gonna be proactive at this point, like I'm not trying to be rude. Whoever's gonna be proactive, the rest of you screw you. Like everybody's gonna get their part in their time if they take part in it. Like, but you have to some level of proactiveness, right? I shouldn't have to chase you down 50 times. So I'm gonna go give everybody a second set of messages, see who sends things in or whatever. But like you're more than welcome to link me something if you have some kind of music. What kind of music do you do? Like you doing like metal or something, or like some rock music? You do some rap music? What you got? What do you got? I want to know what you make. I feel like I could guess your vibe, but I wanna know what your vibes is because it's not good to assume. But yeah, man. I just want people with some decent any kind of music that's like half decently put together. I put together 10 songs on like a music making app in a day and a half, just like for general beats and stuff. And that's how I made the first project. And I'm not downplaying what it is or trying to talk it up. It's just some mediocre beats and stuff. But I really just like had fun making it. More than a couple people have used it actually now. And I'm sure more people will. And like I said, it was just to kind of have fun and inspire the ground foundation of what it all is. I've heard from others, indie folk. Indie folk. Huh. I'll I'm sure it won't pin exactly what your music is. because you know there's so much variation in music style if you're actually creating your own music. Like it's so easy to end up in between two genres. But yeah, I'll definitely like I'm gonna Google some indie folk after, because I like music and stuff, but I wouldn't say on any level I'm a professional and that I know what all genres of music label wise are and stuff. I don't really know what to say is indie folk, but like I feel like I have a vibe of it, but I'm gonna like YouTube some indie folk music after, and I'll get like the vibe of it. Do I like garage rock? You, I feel like I know what you mean, and like yes, like I like a lot of like really raw music. I like there's a way to be raw but still like professionally put together, you know what I mean? But like it's almost like shoot. It's almost like what's the guy with the little afro who sings in his backyard? He has the little punk band, something Johnson. What's that guy? Oh, it's something Johnson. What's his name? I'm trying to think of what his thing is, but he like sings in his backyard like real raw. This song about I don't know some girl or something, and he's got his band just like sitting there in the backyard behind him, just like playing the drums and the whatever and stuff. Um, what do I want to say? Hobo Johnson? Is that the right thing? Yo, I might have to YouTube this. Hobo Johnson. Is that what it is? Yeah, see? Hobo Johnson. Yeah, I love like raw-ish stuff like that. Like clearly it's like produced to a degree or whatever, but like friggin' he has a very like rawish vibe about it, right? Like I love that like kind of like halfway raw, half like professionally produced vibe. It's so good. Friggin' and like that can go to like a little bit to other genres a little bit as well too, right? Like just like the style of rawness that he has. Um, you know what I mean, right? Like if you're talking like, you know, just like more you said garage metal, right? Or garage rock. I feel like you know, like a raw rock vibe maybe is what you're meaning, kind of. Like I don't know. I don't know what to envision there. But I know that rock is good. Garage rock sounds like some raw ass rock shit, and I'd be down for that. Ariel Pink has that lo-fi raw vibe. Ariel Pink. Yo, I'm gonna search that up, and I'm gonna leave it on Ariel Pink and leave it on my computer to watch later. Or maybe I'll watch one now. I want to know what that is. 6 oof hour FE. How's it going? Ariel Pink. I'm not up to date on the music, but this guy, he F's with music. Yo, Ariel Pink, Ariel Pink. I'm curious now. I just played one called Another Weekend just because I just wanted to hear whatever one. I digest weird stuff. If you want to, if you want to listen to something weird but interesting, um, search up Everybody Wears Sunscreen. It's by a guy named Lars Borman or something like that. Everybody wears sunscreen. It's like the video is like a bright teal picture, I think, with a picture of a sun or sunscreen bottle or something in the middle of it. It's like 5 minutes. It's like that like talking song type of stuff. Like he's kind of just talking through the whole song, but it's like really also part time is a good similar band. Okay, I'll look that up after too for sure. I'm listening to this in the background and I kind of dig it. But yeah, definitely check out Everybody Wears Sunscreen. It's really weird. It's this guy and he just gives like this super inspirational like 5 minutes of like what you should do with your life in like a really straightforward, raw, like these are the things that are important in life and these are the things that aren't. Like Toast by Street Band. Oh man, you guys are giving me so much music. I actually like I'm not like I like to think I'm pretty musically diverse, but I'm not a music professional. Like I do listen to a lot of different music, a lot of weird music. Can play the tiniest bit of saxophone and ukulele and guitar. Um, I've been saving music on my YouTube for 15 years almost. No, wait, 15, 13 years. 13 years I've been saving music on my YouTube playlist since whenever like YouTube was barely a thing. And so I have a playlist of rap and other various music that I've been saving for that many years. um, there's a lot of weird music. I listen to a lot of underground stuff, a lot of small artists. I like to support a lot of small stuff and find stuff that's unique then too. So I don't know. I like a lot of music. I'm gonna look up a bunch of this stuff. Toast by Street Band. Toast by Street Band or Like Toast by Street Band. I'm gonna look that up. Um, Man, it's such a good chat. See, this is why I come to the live because I know there's always a few cool people in the community who are awake and got the spare time of day to come and hang out in the live and just come shoot the shit. And it's good to connect with people. Like I said, it's also good to just venture ideas and other stuff. Memphis underground rap. Damn, the boy's going hard on me. I do like I love everything, but like I do love a lot of rap. Um, I listen to a lot of weird rap, a lot of weird rap. Like I have like rap that I listen to that has like 200 views sometimes. But like I mean, 100 of those views are probably me. Like, and they're good artists. Just like weird. I don't know how I find these underground artists and stuff. Trying to think of something that's enjoyable. Shoot. If you want a good rapper to listen to, um, I'll type it in the chat. You know what? I gotta check how he spells it on YouTube. I'm gonna give you a good rapper to listen to if you want to listen. Um, I think he spells his name different than I'm thinking, so I'm just checking. Ah, all right, I got you. Uh, that's the guy's name on YouTube. If you search that up, you get a bunch of really good music by this guy with glasses on, his blackout glasses on. My favorite one is actually like a collab song that he has. It's actually Odyssey, You Know Who You Are. It's like a black and white picture of him and a dude with a guitar. That's actually my favorite one by him. But he's a really interesting rapper and he's really underground. I've been listening to him for years now. I would have to say probably 5 years I've been listening to Odyssey, and he's just a small time rapper, likes and views and whatever wise, but like I'm obsessed with his stuff. Yeah, he's got lots of good stuff. He's got a good song called Own Appeal. Couple good ones. Definitely worth checking out. I think I'm gonna try to use this music in an edit soon or something. I've used it one time a long time ago in a fingerboard edit, but I think I'm gonna try to use it in an edit soon or something because I don't think I'll get copyrighted for it. I'm not sure, but it'd be cool. He's a good artist. I like, as I've said, genuine people, and he's not like a douchey limelight rapper. He's like one of those like rappers who raps about like kind of real stuff and like artsy deep thoughts and stuff, and he's interesting. I think it's on Own Appeal. Uh, there's like an intro to one of his videos where he just says how like he's like, yeah, like I just go into like I just make my music by like just going out in the world. Like I just go outside and walk around and like just write about the stuff I see and things in everyday life and whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I like that, man. That's real. Like it's genuine. He just goes out, he just kind of absorbs the world and makes some music about it, and that's really cool. I can see the P1 brand has a lot of vaporwave aesthetics. What's your favorite vaporwave artists' albums? Oh man, I don't really like I don't really like specifically follow any specific like vaporwave stuff. Like I don't know. I really am into vaporwave like art and whatever, but I don't follow anything specific of it. I think my vaporwave love comes from I used to in my music, I used to listen to a lot of dubstep and blue tech. Do you know what blue tech is? You know what blue tech is? I used to listen to blue tech, and that's like a different genre of dubstep. And back in the day, many years ago, Blue Tech had a lot of. I don't really listen to that stuff these days, but it had a lot of like visuals, like colorful visuals and funky visuals and stuff, and like vaporwave visuals and stuff to like the music. And I was always really into that. And so like as I realized vaporwave was like a big fashion thing, like coming more into the Instagram scene and stuff, and seeing like funky clothes and all that stuff with the vaporwave stuff and the retro 80s 90s vibe, like I just really like slowly clicked more and more onto it. But still cool as a fan of both the art and music. I can appreciate. Yeah, like I don't know. I love vaporwave. It's really trippy to me. Like it has so many facets. I'm not familiar with what each genre, more so subgenre, is described as. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's all music to me, man. But no, I don't know. If you just like were to YouTube Blue Tech, it's like it's really just like trippy, chill. I don't want to call it dubstep because dubstep is like, and Blue Tech is like a more like chilled out version of dubstep. It's like an aesthetic on the mind version of dubstep. It's what happens if you made dubstep somehow aesthetic. But I don't know. I just used to like that stuff a lot, and like I said, it had like a lot of trippy visuals and stuff sometimes, and like a lot of the like subgenre stuff, like Fingerprint calls it their subgenres of whatever that more like based around like dubstep, like other not quite dubstep stuff, but on slightly different vibes, but a lot of weird music like that that had a lot of cool visuals and stuff. Like I couldn't example a favorite wave artist, but maybe if I was one, I might understand the group more. Um, yo, Mr. Music there, you should give him a vaporwave artist to like reference for future so he has an idea of what we're talking about. Because I know vaporwave music, but I just don't like obsessively listen to any particular person. Like I would just YouTube and listen to general stuff that comes up that's cool. And on the wavelength. I used to follow a page though that made vaporwave music, and he's like a middle-aged guy. I can't remember what his. I got a bad memory, guys. I'm sorry, I got a bad memory. There's a guy that I'm trying to see if I still follow him on YouTube. I got my laptop in my lap here. Uh, trying to remember what his thing was called. Uh, there's a guy I know, there's a small underground guy that I used his music for the very first edits. Yeah, see there, and this guy's got the stuff. Uh, is Blue Tech sort of like jungle or deep house? Yeah, I know jungle, but it's not quite jungle. But Macintosh Plus, aka Vectroid, is one of the originators. Little Shop is probably the most popular vaporwave album of all time and a good introduction. Yeah, sorry, I was like having a douche moment. That's what I mean. Now you can connect the dots like in an honest way, like not trying to like be weird or anything. Like we just kind of like both skipped over that fact in conversation. But that was so funny where I was like, you're talking about a floral graphic or something, and then you're like, no, floral shop. And because like I don't know, like I said, the names of like specific like vaporwave music stuff, so I didn't realize you were referring to something, and I thought you were just talking about some kind of cool floral graphic, and I was like, "Oh, that's dope, though." Starvish, what up, dude? We were talking about your music and how you're awesome because you're actually proactive and sent it to me, and some people slacked and didn't. But no, I like the chat about music we're having and stuff, man. It's good. Um, Yeah, I'm gonna you know what, I owe you, myself, and the vaporwave community listening to that album, so I will go listen to the Floral Shop album later. Um, but yeah, I love the vaporwave stuff, but it's just I think the vaporwave stuff in general is just like growing up in the era, and you know what I mean? Every time I've ever seen anything before I was ever into fashion, anything like that, back in the day when I was a teenager, I wasn't very fashion savvy, anything like that. But like if you put something with a vaporwave aesthetic in front of me back in the day, I would have been like, yes! Like that's always been a just a style I like. Slump beats. What's going on, dude? Oh, I looked it up quick on my phone, so I can't have both apps open, but I get a lot of 80s and inspo feel from it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what it is. It's like, I don't know what, I don't know if you'd give it a specific description like that, but it is a lot of the like retro vibe stuff is like what vaporwave aesthetic is. Like, yeah, I don't know. If you just search vaporwave aesthetic, like, or vaporwave in general, you get so much stuff that all comes up with it, like different things that do vaporwave type stuff. How's it going, Cosmoroid? um yeah, I don't know, I love it. The aesthetic of that stuff is really good. It inspires a lot of stuff for me, like the fanny packs that I did, the buttons, graphics, yeah, I don't know. I love vaporwave stuff. It's interesting to me. It inspired the shirts I did, everything. Yeah, vaporwave does a lot of stuff. I love Vapor 95, the like clothing brand. I follow their page, and I will love that stuff. I friggin' go and like spam like some random small artists and stuff who they share their submissions on Vapor 95 and stuff too, just to like support more vaporwave artist people. I love the people who are like creating that vaporwave art from scratch. Yo, Pacific Boards BC, how are you? You are a good cause. Everybody check out Pacific Boards BC. Um, yeah, I still got one of the fanny packs. Oh, you're a G. You have one of them? Oh, that's dope. I actually like I only made like 10 of them, man. So like you got one, you got one. I decided to back off the clothes just for a little bit, just because like it seemed a little bit stagnant in sales. Like I don't know, I can't remember when you came into the stream now, but I was saying that sales were really stagnant for like a little bit about a year and a half ago, and it affected me really hard and stuff. So like I have been like shifting things, trying to, figure out the products that work, the products that don't during all this and stuff. And the fannies and the shirts, there were really only a couple of. So like the people who got them, like flex on them, because yeah, you got the swag. Yeah, oh yeah, much respect, dude. Much respect back at you. I love anybody who's a good cause for the scene. Um, do you have anything? Do you want to come on here and say anything, man? Like everybody's welcome to join in my live and just jump on and guest on live if you got any good messages for the world or anything like that. If not, if you're not live capable or ready right now, that's fine. But yeah, everybody check out Pacific Board BC. Everybody check out IFW Music too, because they're becoming a pretty OG supporter. So I mean, they deserve the check out. But yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's what else I need to rant about. This is a me night tonight. I'm rambling, ranting all the things. We badmouthed Teak. We talked about how I used to be a drug addict, but recovered from that many years ago, and how it also led into me not shortly down the road finding fingerboarding, and that kind of becoming my new addiction and stuff, and that being my heart and soul for being here. We talked about the pro models that are coming in a few months. All 5 people are gonna have pro models tomorrow. You guys, I think, are gonna be able to see Derrick's new pro model. Um, Bumps to 9. Oh, I feel like I've been on your art page before. I can't remember. I'm gonna go. Everybody, go check out Bumps to 9. We're gonna I don't know if I can pin a post on here. It never seems to work for me. It says you just hold a comment to pin it. How do I pin a comment, guys? Does it never work for me? Oh, there we go. I just click it. Bam! Pin! Go check out Bumps the 9. We're gonna keep that there for a sec. But yeah, man. Support genuine people. So when you're genuine, you get little bonuses. Even if it's as tiny of a bonus as getting your comment pinned in the thing so more people will see it later. Be genuine and you get small genuine bonuses in life, and it all adds up. Little things add up. Don't discount the small things in life, guys. But yeah, you already follow. Okay, yeah, I thought I did. Like, I just didn't want to flex and like be like, oh yeah, bro, I seen it all. Like, I'm not a bullshitter. Like I said, I have a bit of bad memory some days, so I'd rather ask questions and double check than say something that I'm not correct about, or that I'm like seeming like I'm flexing or faking about or something like that. You know what I mean? So um, I'm gonna go and like I don't think I've looked at it in a little bit, so I'm gonna go check it out after again and go and see if there's any new stuff I haven't seen in a while or something. Yeah, no faking here. Laugh if you want, but we're real. We're real and we're real weird. You guys have any questions or anything? I'm just trying to figure out if there's anything else I need to chat about tonight. Conrad, did you just wake up? It's the morning for you, right? You're 6 hours ahead or something like that. So it's like 7:30 in the morning for you, I think. Something like that. I'm getting better at my time zones. Wait, are you 6 hours ahead or are you 5? Somebody else is 6 hours ahead. I'm trying to figure out everybody's time zones better and what the difference is. It'd be really cool to be able to memorize all the time zones, so you know that when you're talking to somebody, you know what their time is and whether you're harassing them at the day or in the night. I haven't posted really much really, but soon I'm gonna start again. It is what it is. I think there's too much stress on like forced being there in the online community. Like you can't take a break for a while. I mean, nobody is going to stop you from taking a break from Instagram for a little bit and popping back up after. And if people are real, they won't disappear on you if they're real followers or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, if you disappear for like freaking a year or two, and you don't do nothing, like I'm sure a couple people are gonna unfollow, but for the most part, everybody's gonna stick around and stuff, even if you didn't post for like a year and then you started posting again. You know what I mean? So like, ain't nothing wrong with taking breaks and stuff. It is what it is. Everybody needs a break once in a while, especially if it's not. I mean, if it's not your, if you ain't getting paid to do it, I mean, we all need to earn a living, and that's the truth in life. And if you ain't getting paid to do it, you don't have a dedication to have to be here posting on social media, right? So it's good to take those breaks for yourself. Mental check, bro. Like I said, I don't know if you heard earlier, but I was saying I've been taking a couple days to myself on and off lately. It's just because like I've been just taking some assessment time. Like, how's Phase 1 been doing? Good. Am I happy with where it's at? Do I think the team's happy? How can I make this better, or how can I avoid it getting any worse if anything bad happened? You know what I mean? Like, just looking at all the odds and ends and like how I can improve, whatever. And there might be like a slight like I don't know, you might be like, oh, I'm not posting things or I'm not doing whatever, so that's not helping my improvement. But sometimes you have to take a step back to like really look at what you're doing in depthly, change your meta a little bit. Because, I mean, taking a little time off, what that can hurt you cannot hurt you as much as being stuck on the same rhythm that's not getting you to the point of success that you want to be at, or the point of community you want to be at, or whatever it is, right? So like sometimes you just take a step back, you come back, your ideas are fresh, you're twice as vitalized to go again, and you know you're doing even better just because you took a little break, a little refresher. So I mean, everybody needs it. um bracelet bushings and nylon nail spacer wheels. uh, uh, yeah. Um, I don't know, guys. It was a good. I had a good live tonight. I'm glad quite a few people popped over to chat and live, and I know a lot more people are gonna see this after. If anybody watches this far enough to see the teak part, tag people if they have any similar issues out there. It's good to let them know they're not alone. If they have a person, if you have some personal struggles in life, uh, reach out to me or a friend of yours, somebody who you know will listen and has the time of day, and just bug them and see if you can, get a little vent out if you're struggling with anything in life. Because all you need sometimes is just to let it out, man. And refresh, feel better about it. And I mean, they always say you can't bottle things up, man. So if anybody out there is struggling because of COVID stuff, general life stuff, otherwise, maybe life stuff otherwise that has been inflated by the fact of COVID, uh, or if you're struggling with your job, your company, your relationship, whatever, I'm sorry, I'm not a counselor. Don't sue me if I give you some personal advice and it doesn't help the best. I'm just a human being and I just do what I can to help people like I can. I'm not a professional anything. I'm just a guy who's trying to be nice. But you're always welcome to ask me questions and see if I do have any opinions to help you in life. I appreciate all those hearts in the chat, bro. Just like they say with farts, better out than in. Hell yeah, bro. I've been saying that all the time lately. It's just for jokes. Like, I'm like, just whatever people do. I'm just like, yeah, just better out than in, man. Like, better to just do what you do, man. Let it out. Tell people the truth. Do what makes you happy. You know. I think that's the best way to get through life, and definitely the best way to get through life mentally on yourself, man. Don't bottle nothing up. If you're stressing about anything, let it out. Go on live. Go tell your mom. Go friggin' tell your neighbor. Go tell your cat. Don't care who or what you tell. Just do something. Let it out. Connect with some like-minded, positive people, though. Like, don't let it out just to let it out and be negative and find more negative people. Because, like, bro, like, even people who are going through super negative stuff can still have a positive outlook. There are people who go through way, 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 way worse stuff than any first world person like me. and still have a positive outlook on life. And those are the type of people you need around you, though, even if they're going through bad stuff, but they're super positive. You don't have to get involved in their bad stuff, but you guys can have a positive mindset together and enforce that back and forth a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, as long as y'all are realists and, don't cause anybody any more problems in life, but, connect. And if you have issues, if you can keep your issues from affecting each other, but take the positive energy from around that and work with that, that's good. That's what you got to do, man. I'm just gonna credit right now. I gotta credit Casey before I go anywhere. I'm probably gonna end this live in a minute here, but I want to credit Casey and say that Casey is my best friend in the fingerboard scene. We've never met each other in person. He lives in the Americas, and I am here near Toronto. But he is like my best friend in the fingerboard scene, and honestly, like he is the most supportive character role model that I've had in the scene. Both of us for each other to a degree, I'm sure. Like, but him definitely more for me because he's so positive, he's so uplifting, he's done nothing but support me through all of this. So at the end of the day, I gotta say that Casey FBC is my biggest supporter, and I love all y'all, but Casey is my biggest supporter. There are many reasons why, and I would not even made it halfway to where I am again with Phaze1 if it were not for his encouragement and support and enlightenment on just the grind and staying on it. Because I think you guys might have seen recently he had a live where he talked about he also had drug struggles, and he also had health issues, broken bones, all kinds of stuff. And he's just persistent, man. And I've never seen anybody in the fingerboard world with as much growth as him in his time frame as a brand. And that is just enlightening to me. It is inspiring to me to see somebody who has personal struggles on the daily and is still one of the top dogs of the scene, has not lost his genuine vibe because he's just as genuine as he used to be. If he doesn't answer DMs as fast or something, don't put that down to his genuineness. That's called being a business with 30,000 followers, and it happens. And I'm sure he has a million people who are messaging him all day and hoping that they'll get a response 2 minutes later that they don't get until way later. But that should have nothing to do with the outlook on who Casey is as a person, because if you spend enough time, you will get your chances to speak with him in live. You will get to see that he's live all the time. He posts 24/7. He responds to comments. So, like, I think a lot of people just, like, are hurt if they don't get a DM back from a big company. Well, that happens to most big companies, but that does not scale their level of genuine personality behind it all. There are people who are crappy people, and there are people who are not. And Casey is not a crappy people. He is an amazing people. So his genuine personality, his support, what he does for the scene, everything, I gotta thank him big time, big time. And if you guys ever want black velvet from Canada, we got it on the shop. Casey always makes sure we're stocked. We got tons of black velvet on the shop always. So, I mean, with all that said, I think we talked about quite a few things tonight. I'm probably gonna go back to work here in a moment, but I'm gonna say, guys, like I said, be patient. The pro models are coming. I guess the one last message I should drop actually as well. One last thing I did want to talk about is just being patient with the boards. I'm trying to make them as fast as I can, but deck production is a little slow these days. I hurt my shoulder last year, and I've actually had a shoulder injury since. I have a lump in the back of my shoulder on my right side, and I'm probably going to have to get it drained or something later this year. It's just something I've been dealing with for the past year to, can't top the cake, but it's been really flaring up a lot and stuff when I work, because essentially the initial injury was injury due to repetitive motion in the shoulder. And that comes from sanding fingerboards all day and doing this sanding motion. This is literally hours of this. Will break your shoulder sometimes, apparently. So I have a lump in the back of my shoulder. It does inhibit my deck sanding ability a little bit, but I do have to take a lot more breaks and stuff lately because, like I said, I do have a bit of a lump in my shoulder. It's probably just a fluid buildup, something that's got to get drained. Sorry if that grosses anybody out to think about, but it's nothing gross looking or anything like that. Just feels like I got a bump on the back of my shoulder as if I smacked it off something and I've got a goose egg. But I've been dealing with it for a long time, so I am taking it easy so that I do not overdo it. I'm gonna start looking into what I have to do to fix the lump in my shoulder and get it drained. But I have been avoiding doing it for the purpose of not adding to the cause of people who are going out and doing things that they don't really need to be doing in the world when it comes to COVID. And I didn't want to jeopardize myself going out and potentially getting sick. But it's at the point where this is affecting my work life and I must get it fixed. So, with that noted, I will get my medical things fixed. But deck production is slightly slower than usual with the fact that I got an injury in my shoulder. So rotate arm use the opposite arm for sanding keychains. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try, man. I'm gonna try. I'm not very ambidextrous, but I'm not totally horrible. I was gonna see if I could actually do that and do some left-hand sanding or something like that for the keychains, because they're not. I don't worry about the keychains being as perfected as the other ones. So I actually might try that. My tattoo artist is one of my best friends in real life, and he's actually completely ambidextrous, this butthole. So I'm jealous as hell of him. I wish I could flip what I'm doing all the time with my hands like that, but it's not a gift I was given. Sorry, off live yawn, guys. But yeah, it's not a gift I was given, but I'm doing my best. I have tons of decks, pretty much ready to go here. Lots of decks to be sanded. A couple that are sanded. As they get sanded, they get sold sometimes too. So, but lots of decks to continually keep working on. And I guess one last informational message, Phase1 wise, is I'd also like to let you guys know that I am going to be doing all fancy color plies in the near future. Everybody loves it. I know it's an aesthetic thing. I haven't done it for a long time because I've always tried to focus on cost effectiveness, being affordable, so people can afford our boards. And I'm going to start doing colored plies. Hey guys, it's like 2 a.m. Forgive me, but I'm gonna start doing the color plies and stuff, and getting them up to par with everybody else's and stuff. I've always just liked it the way I did it because it does keep it more affordable. Cuts out a step of process. Does not change anything about the durability of the boards or anything like that. But yeah, it's a fun aesthetic thing. So I'm gonna really work on color plies over the next few months. I'm gonna teach myself how to dye them all myself because I don't want to just order them. I would like to do the dyeing myself so that I can dye plies the colors I would like. I'm going to look into that and do a whole bunch of research, do a whole bunch of video watching, etc., so that I do it properly. Trial it a couple times, and as soon as I've got it figured out, then we'll do color plies, and I'll make it happen as affordably as I can. If it's not a big cost incurred, you won't even really see any difference. If there is any bit of a cost incurrence thing that's a little much, then just add a few cents onto whatever the decks are, and that's what it'll be. But I'm not really going to charge much of anything extra for that because I know it's not an intensive process like realistically mixing dye, dropping wood in it, and letting it sit for a determined amount of time, and then pulling it back out and leaving them to dry. Not a very labor intensive job. So it's more about the cost effectiveness of what it costs, etc., etc. Yo, plies. Yes, I'm excited to do color plies. I mean, I've done them before. It's just been a long time. I do it the way I do it on purpose. Like, I feel like some people think at times like I've never done colored plies or something. Like, I've done split plies and colored plies and stuff like that. It's just not something I do on a regular basis or try to do on a regular basis. Cost effectiveness. I don't know. That's what I focus on. I never grew up with a lot of money to splurge, and I still don't have a lot of money to splurge, and I like cost effective things. That's why DK is the second deck brand that I sell, and that's why they've been like going under my wing more and more, because as the second set of decks that we sell here, because super cost effective decks, very affordable, very well crafted. Cost effective for the win. Yeah, cost effectiveness is just number one for me, man. Like, honestly, I've just always been like that. So I just wanted to capture that piece of market first. But hyped to see the colors. Yes. Um, Dyeing them yourself will be more cost effective than buying dyed. Hell yes. Trust me. I know if you do things from the ground up. You do things from the ground up, it's always cheaper. You just got to be willing to figure out the process at first. It's always the initial investment is always just the time or money it takes to figure out how to do a process. And then once you've got something laid down and pat down in stone, you know how to do it. You're gold. You know what I mean? Just repeat the process as long as it's something that you don't mind doing, you don't have a hard time doing, etc. It's all fun and games, right? But yeah, I think we talked about lots of stuff, guys. Um, Check out IFW Music's art page, Bumps to Nine. Check out Finger Grunt because he's awesome. Check out Higher Life FB. Check out Pacific Board Co. or Pacific Board BC. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Check out everybody. Nah, I love you guys. Appreciate y'all for coming and hanging out for this. I knew because it was a late night, I wouldn't get like massive number of watchers. You know, like we've had a consistent 10 people or so in lives before and stuff like that. But I knew it was going to be a smaller crowd because of the time of the night I'm doing it right now. But sometimes you have to be proactive and do the things that you know are right, do the things that you know you want to do, the things that are going to make you happy. And sometimes you have to do them before you sleep on it. And tonight I needed to do this. I needed to come on here. I needed to talk a little bit. I needed to give some good credit to the people who it's owed to. I needed to vent some personal trials and tribulations in the fingerboard scene of my own. I wanted to vent some personal stuff, just to, I don't know, get it out there. I'm very afraid, like I said, at times of judgment from the community, but the only reason why is because I want to be judged as a good part of the community. And I work really hard for that. And I guess the idea of failing and not being a successful, good part of the community has always been my biggest fear in being a part of this community in general. So I'm always going to work hard on trying to be. I think there's no such thing as being a best you. You can always work on being a better you. There's always a better version of you. Not that you every day has to be some next level trial to become a better you, but you can always work on being a better you. And so, me working on being better me is me coming here venting out all these things that I needed to vent out because I felt like they're hindering me from my work passion. You know, like this is my work, but this is my passion. This is my art. And if this, if I don't have this, I really don't have anything right now. I'll lose my community, my friends. I would lose one of my biggest hobbies. Um, I would lose my artistic output right now, you know, like this is what I have to create my art and put it out there to the world and have it be appreciated. Um, I know how to make some other forms of art in life, but I feel like this has been the most appreciated form of art that I've made. And yeah, it's beautiful to have that. And I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys coming to the stream, listening to all this gibberish. If anybody watches this after the fact and makes it all the way to the end, you're a champ. Like, I got mad love for you. Thank you for being here and stuff. Thank you for supporting Phaze1. Um, I call it Phaze1, but thank you for supporting me. Me, my two cats. That's my actual family that you are here supporting. And then thank you by extension, supporting the team, because there's five great people not even five, there's seven great people. There's five writers and two editors, and they're all great people, and I appreciate all of them. Oh, Pillow Decks, Jelly Ramps, hello. Unfortunately, I'm actually coming to the end of my live kind of here in a second, but I want big props to Jelly Ramps. I really love what you guys are doing. Very innovative with your creation, like your style, like just I love it. It's got a good aesthetic about it. It's got a quality product out of it, and you know, clearly we have wonderful taste in riders, you know. Cute. Cute control. Um yeah, I appreciate you for dropping in for a minute. But yeah, I was just kind of closing at the end of this live a little bit, saying that I just appreciate everybody for listening, all my gibberish, being here and supporting along the way, supporting the team. We got seven great people, eight if you include myself. We got me, five writers, two editors. Our editors are fingerboarders as well. They just are sponsored for their editing factor of helping us. They're great fingerboarders as well, though. So check out their videos and watch their fingerboarding. They're I think everybody in our team is a fingerboarder and skater to some degree, has ridden skateboard or something, tried to. I know EJ doesn't ride really, but she wants to, but she doesn't because she's not very good at it. But, and I think everybody else rides. Well, Jess rides scooter. But I mean, like, we're all shredders, man. It's just big family of shredders doing what we love best. And like I said, thank you for supporting the team by extension. And yeah, that's all I can really say, guys, is I appreciate you. You're hopping off, dude. Yes, I freaking appreciate you, bro, for actually hanging out for this whole thing. We'll connect on the Discord. I'd love to call with you on the Discord soon now that you got it figured out. And we'll get you connected into the server fam on there. Yeah, if anybody wants to check out our other socials, we have Twitch, YouTube, and Discord. Feel free to ask for the links to any of that, and we'll get you that stuff. Some of it is in the bio link, bio description. They're not links for the YouTube and the Twitch that you would have to do a quick copy and paste, but they are there. Thank you for supporting, guys. Honestly, I couldn't thank you all enough. You guys are the world to me, and I will be as grateful now, down the road, every day. I will be forever grateful for all of you guys for just being here to support and being the people that let me have a chance to do this. So I appreciate you all. I'm gonna get out of here. Enjoy your day, night, afternoon, whatever it is. Maybe there's no days or nights because you're an alien and you live in space and you're watching this transmission. Thank you for joining us. We love you from Earth. Peace out.